You know, one of the things that I pride myself on, without being too boastful, is the fact that good or bad, I'm 100% me. I don't act, well, at least I don't try to. I don't. I am who I am and all that. And I don't do this. Sorry, I have to describe. Every time I go on the air, I get itches and think, God's watching, I guess. And God doesn't like me, whatever. Nobody likes me, but that's all right. One of the things I pride myself on is the fact that I try to be as truthful as possible. I mean, my life is an open book. All right. Go back to yesterday, Wednesday. Boy, what was that all about? Fair amount of comments. By the way, I don't publish all comments. I'm not looking to publish comments. I don't need 100 comments to justify whatever I do. I do what I do based on what I want to do. I don't get paid on clicks or comments. Therefore, guess what? Yes, I can editorialize. I can be picky about the comments that I do publish. Many of them, by the way, I don't mind if they're critical, but if they're constructively critical, those are the ones I aim for. If they're BS and crap and just guys jacking off to themselves and women to some degree, then that's not my forte. With regards to what I said yesterday, I was feeling in a particular mood. I can't compartmentalize very well. I could be diplomatic. I could try to be a good analysis kind of a person. I can see some trends. I have quite a bit of time on my hands and I have pretty much spent the better part of a year and a half trying to make this damn thing work. So make what you will of I don't need friends from yesterday. It was a emotional, all based on sincerity. And those of you that found it offensive, those of you that gave me the usual tripe, those of you who think that I pay too much attention to family and mommy, as you put it, that's real good satire. Um, Go ahead. That's fine. I didn't force you to come here and watch. I appreciate the fact that you're here. But folks, I am who I am. Some of you find it interesting, dreadful, empathetic, sympathetic, pitying, all that stuff. And these group of people now, they love this term. Ooh, you're a pity party. Go to a pity party. They picked up something. Maybe probably they were reading an old Reader's Digest or something, or watching The View. Pity party. So they found it and they come here. I occasionally give you stuff outside the margin. And because my life, for better or worse, has become so irksome and difficult and unusual, then that's just the way it is. The phone's ringing, but who gives a damn? But my point is what you get here is sincerity. One of the things I hate, these talk show hosts, and these are some of my, legends, favorites. They have the fake microphones. Those microphones that they have are fake. There's no, those are replicas. So I don't have microphones that look vintage like RCA. I don't have backdrops with the Hollywood Hills or the Golden Gate Bridge in viewership. I have a nameplate. I've got a TV monitor. I've got a background. I have got a bookcase. And what I would call it is organized chaos and a bed, a room of the house that I have. And I do most of my media, not most, all of it here. And many of you appreciate this. Many of you don't. And I'm not always going to do this, but I had to explain, sort of, Wednesday night. And that was all based on me being, you know, germane, upfront, upfront with all of you. I know a lot of you only want to talk about or, are interested, which is completely fine with media news, trends, scoops, my opinions, good or bad, and even if you don't agree, in any event, and I really do appreciate that. But I wanted to explain that I get sort of taken by holidays and weather, but no traffic and weather together. And I comment, and I have no, well, I was going to say I have no biases. Bullshit. We all have biases. Try to keep them aside. Try to be objective. I've said a million times, there are people that work here on the air that I can't stand, but they do a great job broadcasting. They give a good newscast. They give a good, you know, and I'll get to that one of these days. I'll be very, very specific about that because I don't have any friends. I'm not here to make friends. So sound like Larry King. I'm not here to make friends. What, you want a friend? Go get a friend. Go eat at Nathan House, and you'll be a friend for a life. I don't want to be a friend. So I'm not, there are people that I dearly adore, but are awful, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm not going to go out of my way to bite the hand that feeds me every now and then. Folks, donations are vital. I use them to live, which in turn allows me to do this. Nobody covers the Bay Area media scene. Oh, every now and then the Chronicle, an alleged third tier newspaper in their heyday, now they're just completely, they don't even cover the media. This new Lollapalooza, funded by a billionaire, this San Francisco Standard, nice and pretty and organized, and all these cute little pictures, and they made some very public hires, sports, news, and all that. I don't know what the hell to believe of them yet because they seem to be very apropos to the current city hall. The guy who's currently the mayor, beholden to nobody, a very rich billionaire, guy by the name of Lurie. So far, so good. If you live in San Francisco, I don't. I'd like to see an interview with this guy. And I'm talking about a formal interview, not a little cutesy 2 questions on how you're going to fix Muni or get rid of the homeless, which is impossible, and clean up San Francisco. Have you been to San Francisco lately? Have you seen the streets, Market Street? And even, quote, safe little places and cutie little places like Union Street and North Beach, where a very famous restaurant in North Beach, and I'm being deliberately vague here, for about 6 months now, didn't get a lot of news. They stopped serving lunch Monday through Thursday. They only serve lunch and brunch Saturday, Sunday, lunch on Friday. Why? Because noticeable foot traffic is down. This is North Beach, in the heart and soul of Washington Square. I'm not a basher of San Francisco. Hell, I grew up in Oakland. I used to envy going to the city, Fisherman's Wharf and North Beach, and going to get a cheeseburger at Clown Alley, which, by the way, what the hell happened to that? The one on Union Street, gone. I'm not Union. What am I talking about? The one on the Marina area, Lombard, gone. The one across the street from the Pyramid, gone. They, folks, made the best hamburger. They grilled them. There was like a charbroil. They were that certain taste. The fries were crispy. Everything was good. You got two. One that you can eat and one you can have later for breakfast or dinner the next day. You know what I mean? Oh my God, do I miss Clown Alley? Those of you who have a connection to Clown Alley, who can get me the recipe and fix me one of those cheeseburgers and sell it to me at cost. Is these I will provide you a lifetime supply of Rich Lieberman coffee mugs. Okay, that was a joke. But anyway, not funny. I loved Clown Alley. But back to all what I was trying to make a point of. I get around. Um, and what I did yesterday was give you a piece of my emotion. I get very, very emotional around this time of the year because I haven't had a Passover in about 7 years since mom left. And I miss those days. You know what I did today? I went out to Safeway. I was able to go buy a couple of boxes of good matzah. You know, that good Strites matzah. I just did my own impression of whomever, a guy describing Strites matzah, and some eggs. And I am going to, even without a Seder, because I ain't going to no Seder again. But on Saturday, which is, by the way, Saturday night is the first Seder night. Happy Easter the next day. Jews, Christians alike, and everybody else. I'm not a religious guy, but I miss Passover. Used to be one of my favorite, along with, Hanukkah and Christmas and 4th of July. Okay. And it just, this time of the year, it's cruel and it's hard. And I'm strong. Boy, do I need water now. But so I did that based on my own emotion, and not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to love it or be in, people watch, though. That's not my point either, because I don't get paid on views. I get paid by you guys if you like what you see. Every now and then, we all have a few little skitterish moments like myself. I don't have fake microphones. I don't have beautiful tapestries in the background. I wish I can be dynamic with graphics like my name, but you see my name on the nameplate. You know who I am. You know I'm going to give you material, no scripts. Who would write this shit? I give it to you from the heart, and I try to be as transparent as possible. Now, my naysayers, my enemies, which include my sisters, by the way, you're not alone. They're going to give me shit no matter what. And that's fine. I can take it. It's consistent at least. And you know, one other thing, the biggest people who complain, you want some irony, are the people that are watching. Go figure. They're always here. But just to let you know, that was all based on my heart or lack thereof. And occasionally I like to go outside the white lines, the boundaries, whatever metaphor you want to use, and give you something that perhaps is not indicative of what you're going to get anywhere else. Maybe that's your cup of tea. It ain't for me. I'm basically too open sometimes, and I keep it too public sometimes. As I said before, my life is an open book. Better or worse, it's just the case. So, if you can make a donation of any amount, it is much appreciated. It funds me, which in turn funds this project. The New York Times no, it isn't. The hell with the New York Times. If you like this, then make a donation. If you can't, I understand the times that we live in. Not everybody is Wall Street. Of course, the way Wall Street's going lately, who wants to be sometimes? But it is much appreciated. I will personally thank you via email or an old-fashioned call. Hey, it's the puppets and the Muppets. I'm doing visuals. By the way, I want to explain something to end it all. These things. The only good thing I could say is all my family had rather large earwads. And the Chinese people say this. I've done research. Supposedly you live longer if you have large ears. Now, I could be like have wet dreams about who was the guy, the Getty, was it? Remember they cut part of his ear off? Okay, well, if this thing was just like if it was like this, right? That would be cool, right? Or like this. Anyway, I got this huge, I swear to God, every now and then when I'm out and open, if I was on a fucking runway, I think I could just take off. These things are so, but Obama, he's got them and all that. So I hope the Chinese are right. Well, sometimes I don't hope they're right because, okay, enough said. Make a contribution. Just click on the PayPal icon. Thank you for watching. Have a great, great rest of the evening. And we knock on wood, knock on formica, knock on metal. God willing, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.